Hey everyone, I am Jenna and this is my YouTube channel. This is Jenna Intuitive Therapy. This is still the new one, but it's still my channel. So I just wanted to say hi. I actually was filming earlier and I was going to do this great topic about trusting in God's timing or trusting the timing of your life and letting go. And I was like, ooh, wouldn't it be a fun idea if I do cooking too? And I started to cook, just to show you something fun because I enjoy cooking and working in a restaurant. You get to pick up on tips, and I just have always loved cooking and it was going good, but then I got interrupted and I felt that maybe that wasn't the right thing to do today. And this other topic came to my mind, so I'm hoping that this is a topic that maybe I'm meant to talk about today, since this weighs heavily on my heart the most. So anyways, I just wanted to say, if you guys haven't watched my last video, I think that's kind of important because I plan on making sure to start coming back to my channel. I feel that now is the time to, even though I am really preoccupied with my work, and that work will be heavily on my mind, there's going to be this opportunity that I just got with my work where I got just recently promoted, and I'm going to be on our training team, and in October they're going to be sending me away to a location that's within a couple hours where I live, and I'll be having to stay at a hotel during this time so that I can help train the new staff for our new store location and help prepare while we open the store and the time after that. And it's going to be about 6 weeks while I'm doing this, and since I'm going to be so far away from home, on my downtime, I will definitely do my best to upload videos. I don't know which hotel I'm going to yet. It's all still new and I'm very excited. Just want to make sure I wasn't interrupted at your car. So I definitely will probably spend like most of my downtime, when I'm not working, because like I said, I'm going to be isolated. I'm not going to have my, stuff that I do at home and stuff like that. And it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be different. I'm very excited for the opportunity. I'm very blessed because I actually really wanted this, and I think it'll be very fun to travel. I'm sorry, even though it doesn't really matter, I just want to make sure I'm not interrupted. It's my neighbors. We live so close in proximity here. So anyways, I think that's a very exciting time. So I definitely want to use that time. I'm going to try to learn a new language some way, somehow, through that. And I definitely am going to go sightseeing and, definitely enjoy the time and experience of doing that. But I also I'm going to have a lot of downtime being in the hotel room. So I'm definitely going to do that. And the other reason is because I still want to follow my passion with wherever the YouTube channel leads. It's going to be a new start, and I still want to do coaching and counseling because this is my true calling. But I do have my job, which is going to make my career for the time being, and so I'm following that path. But this is still something I want to do. So I started to, upload another podcast. You guys can check out my podcast station. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, and many other podcast channels. I think I'm on 8, and it's Life Lived by the Spirit. All the first words are capitalized, and then the by is capitalized as well. But I also want to do this. And so I would definitely recommend, if you are still a subscriber of mine, to definitely watch the last video I posted. I posted it last Sunday because oh, hi Ninja. I'm sure everybody remembers Ninja. He loves attention so much that he's in the way. Yes, and it's because the cat food's right here. I'm using my, I know you guys really love kitty butt. Babe. Okay, honey, they don't want to see this you first. Everybody should know who Ninja is by now. He is 11 years old now, and he still looks like very handsome. My baby boy. And say hi. So I'm filming this with the easel and the cat food's right behind it. I have a painting easel and look. Again, really. Ninja? Okay. You know, this would be a good time to cut that out. Okay. So anyway, so this cat's really doing this. It's like, maybe this message is not meant to be. I think he wants to go outside. I feel like I should restart this video again, but I don't have that much time. So anyways, so I'm just going to get right to this. So definitely watch the last video because it kind of updates what I'm doing. I made a major change to the channel and we're going to kind of start fresh. Right now, this is kind of just like, I'm going to do some videos of what I feel like I want to talk about, see if this is something good, and we'll go from there. So the topic, like I said, I was going to talk about was about letting go and trusting in God's timing. But I feel that that is meant for another time. Ninja. See, he doesn't want me to talk about this video because this is going to take away from him. He's so precious. Actually, he's going to really miss me for 6 weeks, and I don't know what I'm going to do without my cat for 6 weeks, but we'll make it work somehow. Okay, so let me, no, so I'm not going back up here. Sweetest boy. So I'm going to get straight to this because I don't want to have any more distractions here. So what has been weighing on my heart pretty heavily, and I know that I have no control on this. All I can do is simply put out what I feel and what I'm hoping for and just trust in God and the timing of things. So this is kind of, in a way, like letting go and letting God and trusting in God. But this has worked before, and I've done this. I have definitely, I can vouch, and you can do this in different ways. So if you've been a subscriber of mine, you probably have heard about ways that you can manifest. But it's simply putting out your intention of what you want and letting go and trusting to it. And for me, since I'm in a good place in my life, it's been really, I'm not gonna lie, I was very depressed last week. And it's because I feel really lonely, and it's very common for a lot of people to feel really lonely right now during this coronavirus. But it's because like I'm in a really good place in my life, and I really want a relationship, a romantic relationship, let me be specific. And it's just a bummer that this has been not able to happen. And all I can do with this video is simply talk about this and put my intention out there and know that God is going to provide this person. But I feel like, hey, if I put this out there again, just like I've done before, it's going to come around. You never know. Maybe the love of my life happens to watch this video and he's like, oh my God, that's so me. And you are exactly who I've been looking for. Or just by doing this, I make even a bigger fool of myself, but at least I get it off my chest, okay? So the first time I've ever manifested like a real love relationship, because I've been in love at least 5 times, but only 2 of them were like true love, you know what I mean? I had saw The Notebook. Okay, I was 17 years old and I saw The Notebook, and I actually was dating some other guy at the time, but he wasn't really giving me what I wanted. And I saw The Notebook, I had downloaded it and I watched it and I was like, oh my God, I want a relationship like that. Like that's what I really want. And I felt so inspired. And I was watching it. I was going into my senior year and it was like summer, and I was in this funk where I was like staying up all night, and I was doing this naturally, okay? And I was sleeping the day. I don't know why. Maybe because I used to be like that. Like I used to be like always on MySpace, like back in the day, like naturally staying up all night. I could not do that now for the life of me, nor do I need to. And I was really inspired by the movie, and it was so amazing how quickly this manifested. And so I was like so motivated. I wanted to write this heartfelt love letter to this guy that I was currently seeing, who just wasn't giving me what I wanted. And I'm going to give you a little bit back history beforehand so you can understand. So this guy I really liked, his name is Bucket. That's what we're going to call him. So I really liked him, and we were kind of in a relationship. And I do mean kind of. I thought we were in a relationship. I think it was more different for him. And I would say from April to like July. beginning of July, so about like a couple months. And I liked him because we were intimate and stuff, but he wasn't seeing me the same way. And so I wanted to, you know what I mean? I wanted more from him. I was 17 years old. I wanted more. And so I wasn't obviously good at communicating back then. And I was like, I have this idea. I'm going to try to see if I can make him jealous to see if he wants to be with me, because he just wasn't giving me what I wanted. He just wanted to see me once a week. And you know what I mean. And as a 17-year-old, I was still new to dating. And so I thought that was a relationship. But now that I'm older, that's not really a relationship, if you know what I mean. So, and I'm going to try to keep this kind of, you know, because I don't know the audience who might be watching this. But just to know that if you see somebody just once a week and it's literally not giving you what you want, then that's a problem. So I went on his MySpace account back then, and I was like, I just need to find somebody that I can make him jealous. And I noticed there was this guy who would commented a lot on his page. And if I say this now, and by God, the person that I'm talking about ever comes across this, I guess this is good to come off my chest, because it did bring something about beautiful. So I found this person. They were about my age, and they were good looking. And so I decided to message them, just to message them, because I wanted to get a reaction from this guy named Bucket, okay? And the person I messaged ends up becoming my first love. We're just going to call him First Love for the sake of privacy, and we're going to call the other guy Bucket. So anyways, pretty much First Love, I don't know, they obviously talked, and he ended up finding out, Bucket, that I ended up writing this person on my, you know, called First Love. And he didn't care. And it really made me upset, because I was like, you know, you want somebody to have an interest in you. And so it was a really bummer. But I think I was at this point where I kind of started to see somebody else. It was like a couple time thing. They happened to be in town. So I started, you know, trying to keep my options open. But that didn't work out. And I was kind of bummed. But by this time, I was already in summertime. And I was like, you know, this was like a good time in my life. I was 17 years old. It was like the greatest time, because you're like pretty much an adult, but you don't have the adult responsibilities yet, you know what I mean? So you're able to pretty much do almost everything, but you don't have to worry about the consequences of an adult. And I was in a really good space in my life. I just also, like, where I was at is how I feel where I'm at now. Like, in my life, like, I picked myself up from a bad time in my life, and I really pulled myself together. And I was just like, this is going to be a great summer. I'm about to become a senior. My best friend just graduated high school. Like, I'm in a good space. And so even though it was kind of a bummer, I had faith. Like, I knew that something great was coming along, but I had no idea how great something was going to be, or how important this summer was, the summer of 2006. I was going to say 2016. Okay, 2006. So it was, you know, a couple weeks later, so I see this movie and I'm really inspired, and I wanted to pour my heart out to this guy Bucket. I'm like, this is the last time. I'm going to tell him how I feel. I'm going to ask him for what I want. Either it's going to turn out to be this beautiful love story like The Notebook, or something's going to come about. And it's amazing how sometimes when you just put your mind to something, how quickly it can come about. Now, of course, everything is different. It really depends on where you are at in your life. It depends on the timing of your life too, you know, and circumstances. And it depends on just the faith you have. Like, obviously, I had this great faith, and I just had this great trust. And it's like, I knew what I wanted. That movie, I just saw it one time, and I was like, this is what I want. Like, I want a relationship just like The Notebook. Okay? And I'm not kidding. I had a beautiful relationship like that, seriously. And it seriously manifested. So when I messaged that First Love guy, so anyways, he ended up trying to contact me. And I kind of blew him off, because it was just, I had originally contacted him just to, like, make this guy Bucket jealous. And he really was trying to pursue me, and I wasn't really interested. So anyways, so he, like, a couple days before I saw the movie, he invited me to go to this party. And I was 17 years old. You know, that's what you do when you're 17 years old. And I said, I'll think about it, but I had no intention. So I see The Notebook, and I just was blown away by the movie, right? And it was like a Friday night, and I wrote this letter, and I was like, I'm going to tell this guy Bucket how I feel, and I'm going to get what I want one way or another. You know what I mean? And you have to be open-minded too. Like, you have to put, this is what I want, whether it's with this person or somebody else. This is what I want. I trust I'm going to have it, or even better. And trust me, God will give you your heart's desire. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it's not with who you think it's going to be or how you think it's going to turn out. Sometimes it's no, because it's something better. Or he's just going to blow you away. And trust me, God always blows you away. Like, it's like, you may think, oh, this is not something, but it turns out to be even better, okay? So I write this love letter, and I was all positive. So the next day was a Saturday, and I had made plans with my best friend, who's still my best friend to this day, and we were gonna hang out. So I got all dolled up, like I got my hair done, I had my makeup, I looked cute. And when you're 17 years old, and you're in that time of your life, like, this is the time of my life, I don't wanna not do anything on my Saturday night. So she said, okay, we were going to hang out. So I ended up driving down to where she lived, which was about 25 minutes from my house. And anyways, she had something going on at that time. So, Ninja. Yes, baby. Yes, hold on. Yes, you want to go outside? Hold on, guys. I think he wants to go outside. Just say goodbye, my love. You want to go outside? I am so sorry. But anyways, because I need this message to come across. I want to get this off my mind, okay, in my heart, before I have disruption. So pretty much, long story short, because I don't want to get too into, my ADHD or whatever he likes to get off there. My plans fell through with my best friend, and I went through every contact in my phone asking if they wanted to hang out, and every single contact wasn't able to hang out. And the last contact I had was my first love, okay? That's what we call him. So I was like, great, I'm in a different town. This is the last person to text. But whatever, I'm already out and about, and I want to be able to enjoy my Saturday. And I ended up texting him, and we met. And it ended up bringing, like, a beautiful relationship. This person and I were together for over a year. We ended up getting engaged. It didn't work out because we were really young, This person was my high school sweetheart, and honestly, it was the best first lover I ever had. And that night that I ended up hanging out with him, that guy Bucket got upset, okay? But it was too late. He obviously didn't care enough. And I didn't know at the time, and I was like, you know what? You're not giving me what I want. I even came out there. I was doing everything, but you're not giving me what I want. So I'm okay with letting go. And I didn't think anything at the time with my first love. We hung out. I just wanted to hang out with him. But a couple days later, we hung out again, and it ended up turning into a beautiful relationship within a week later, or it started to. And I'm thankful that it turned out that way. I had a beautiful first love. We ended up having a cat together, and he was a great experience in my life. You know what I mean? So I had, like I said, I wrote this, what I wanted, in a letter. And even though that letter was never received, that was all I needed, just that intention, okay? And if I'm just saying, like, if you want love, it's always a good place to watch a lot of love movies, okay? And visualize love, like, instantaneously. Sometimes it takes a little longer. So let's fast forward to another year in my life, 2015, when I really, really wanted love. I actually just got out of this relationship about 2.5 months ago with somebody that I really liked, on and off, for like a long time. And we were together for a couple months, but it just wasn't meant to be. And I was really heartbroken, and I ended up finding out that there was like no chance of him and I being back together. And I was really crushed because I really felt that this guy was like my soulmate. And I think it was because I actually really liked this person for a long time. And there's like history with that. Like, I was friends with his mom and stuff. And it was just a letdown because, like, even though there wasn't really like a potential for it to go long term, I wanted it to go longer than it did. But now I think at the same time it was meant to be, because the day that this guy and I had broke up, which was actually the week after my birthday in 2015, I started to realize I loved him, and God knew better and he's like, that's not going to be the case on his end, and it never was. And so he separates it. And so sometimes we think, oh, this sucks because you want more, but you have to trust what God's doing. And let me give you some backtrack history with this. So in 2014, I realized my first love, which is what the person I just talked about, they ended up moving on and finding love and ended up having a kid. So that crushed my heart, because obviously it hurts when you see that with somebody you love. And I was upset because it happened to him first, not me. I have to be honest. And it was hard. And I felt too, because I just wasn't finding luck. Like, I had lots of people in my life that came and go, but I wasn't finding anything. I started to get worried in 2014, and I actually believed that there was nobody meant for me. And then it was really nice when I ended up crossing paths with the person that I dated. Trying to think if I can come up with a name with him. I don't think I can come up with a name for him. I'm going to call him Evergreen, okay? Because that was the song that he dedicated to me, okay? So when I came across Evergreen Path, it was nice because we ended up having this relationship that I really wanted for, like, I want to say, like, almost 8 years. No, 7 years. I wanted to be with this person. And it was like a dream come true, like, you know what I mean, when you get to finally be with somebody. And it was heartbreaking because it just didn't last. It was like, we had like build up for like a month, and then finally happened, and like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was so excited to be with this guy. Like, every time I would kiss this guy, I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm really kissing him. Like, oh my God, like, it was amazing, but it wasn't a relationship right for me. Like, I was happy because I was with the person, but he wasn't really in the same space with me, if you know what I mean. We did spend time together, and we did spend my birthday together and like the Super Bowl. But we both weren't, like, my idea of a relationship versus his idea. I was more of like wanting to spend more time, and he's just not. And that's kind of why. And plus, we want two very different things. So it was very devastating with that. And coming from that mindset of like, I didn't think there was somebody out there for me, and then having this person cross my path, it gave me hope, to losing them and knowing there was like no hope. I was upset, but I was like, the day that I realized that, I was really sad. I remember I came home and I was crying. I was like, this hurts, but I'm going to be okay. I'm going to try again. And I remember in 2015, so this is around April 2015, I started going to church. And I started to being like introduced into like things with church, like the Bible, the movie Noah. And I was starting to feel a little bit better, even though I was not in the best place in my life. Like, I lived in the garage. I didn't have a car. I didn't really have great income. I just had enough money to pay for food and my cat food. And like, just honestly, like, I was not making anything, like, and there was a reason why I wasn't doing this. Because I was really just in a space where I just didn't know what to do with my life. And I remember after this relationship with Evergreen, I was like, okay, God, just bring me somebody again. I don't need to know. I don't need to. I was like, God, I want to know that there's somebody out there for me, because I really felt that person was my soulmate, and they are. They really are, but that doesn't mean that they're meant to be with me. You know what I mean? Because like, my best friend's my soulmate. The cat is my soulmate, okay? And I had prayed to God, and I said, God, just let me know that you made somebody for me. And even if we don't come together right now, I just want to know that there is somebody. I just let them cross my path, and just allow me to know that you made somebody just for me. And I don't know why it's so emotional, because it's been so long. But I have to do this. I have to get this off my chest. I'm not doing myself any good by pretending I don't want this. So, and it doesn't take long when you just ask for what you want. It really doesn't. As long as you're in perfect alignment with your life. And the thing was, I forgot I prayed this, and I really felt that. I was like, okay, God, I'll give it one last try. Just let me know that you did create somebody who is my equal, and that I just need to know that they are alive. And that's all. I can just meet them one time, and I don't have to be with them right now. And I forgot this prayer. And I was at the time I started to look into like astrology and stuff like that. And I was told that I was going to meet somebody who was going to be my last love. And it doesn't take long. All I had to do was just be really bored one night and very depressed. That led to my boredom to sign up on some dating sites. And the first person that messages me was all I needed. And this is so stupid. Like, but I have to do this. I have to do this. And I think this is good for people, whether you ever watch it or not, because we have to be honest with what we want in life, no matter what you think, if it's stupid or not. So anyways, let me backtrack beforehand. So a couple days before I was depressed and I was doing these dating sites, I was on a good feeling, and I decided to post about what I wanted in a relationship. And I had posted it on my Facebook account, and I think you were allowed to do that back then and stuff like that. And I was pretty specific, like what I wanted, and a lot of people thought it was pretty funny by doing that. But I was serious, what I wanted. And this was like, I want to say like on the 21st of April. And seriously, or like the 22nd, it wasn't but a couple of days. And a couple of days later, literally, I find a person that I not only connected with and I really enjoyed talking to, but this person turned out to really be like everything I wanted and more. And it showed me, like, it reminded me that, like, you know, when you do those kind of things, when you just ask for what you want and you believe in it and you just let go. Like, I was like, okay, the relationship with Evergreen isn't going to work out, but I want love. And I was in a better place than where I was beforehand, even though I'm like I said, I'm in the best vibration now. And so I think this is frustrating too to me, because like, if I was able to manifest love in those times when, you know, it's so frustrating for me, because I'm like, why don't I have it now when I've done all the work? Like, that's what I am so mad about. And that's why I need to make this video, because like, I am the person like in that vibration of where I was when I was 17, and everything that I needed to do, who I was when I was 26, I'm here in one. So it's like so frustrating sometimes. So it gets to me, and I got really depressed. And so I was talking to my best friend about this. I'm like, I'm really depressed because I'm not on dating sites, because I just wasn't getting anything. And like, I feel as much as I vouch for dating sites, I met my first love, and I met the second love, the second true love. And on these sites, you know, on internet. Okay, I wouldn't say on the sites, because the first one was on MySpace, the second one was on a dating site. I know they work, but like for me, I fell, and I feel now that God isn't wanting me to go that route, because God has a different plan. So I've been really trusting in that, and just like, you know, and it takes a lot of guts, because there is no way, like, unless somebody comes into my work, which I hope they don't, because I do not look cute at work, or I happen to bump into somebody, it's very hard right now, especially with the COVID and quarantine, to find somebody. And so it's taking great faith with me to be like, I'm not going to be on social media. I'm not on social media. This is the only thing I'm on the internet for. And for me to not be on dating sites. Hold on. Just want to make sure. I really want to get this message out. So, because this weighs heavily in my heart, and I feel that this is what I need to do. And I just want to let this go, and so I can just move on with my life. Okay, so I don't want to be distracted, because it would be embarrassing if, like, you go, oh my God, you're talking about this again. Why don't you just let it go? Because I need to talk about it. So those 2 times brought me love, and I feel like I have to be daring again. I've done it one time where I wrote it on a piece of paper to somebody who I thought was going to have a relationship with me, didn't turn out. The second time I just publicly posted it on Facebook, kind of as a joke, but I just at the same time I was serious. So now I'm going to talk about those 2 experiences and how I feel and where I'm at, and like share my frustration with why hasn't this happened yet, and put out into the universe and show my total faith in God that I really want this. And so this is what I'm going to do for the rest of the video here. So like I said, I don't know, I'm just going to be open-minded in what I want. So obviously I'm in a good place in my life, and I've never been in a good place in my life like this before. And it's only going to get better for me. And I'm about to start my own life with my own apartment. No more roommates. And I want to be able to share this with somebody. Like, I want to be able to talk about my work day with somebody. I want to be able to enjoy the days off with somebody. I wanted to be quarantined with somebody. You don't have to go on dates with me, but mostly I'm 31 and a half years old, and I'm not getting any younger, and I just want to be able to share my life, like, with somebody. Like, I know that I'm destined for a great love story, and I know that it's not going to be like the movies, but I'm ready. I've been craving so much just to be touched, because it's like, for me, I'm foreign to that, and I haven't been with people, like, romantically. Like, in the last 5 years, I've been very seldom to be with people, like 2 people. And that's pretty amazing, because that's a great sacrifice to not be able to be intimate. That's really hard. I saved myself and I gave up all that because I trusted that God is, gonna bring me with somebody who values the same thing. I don't want to be with somebody who just recently came out of a relationship. I want to be with somebody who doesn't just date, but waits until they find somebody they really connect with, and is okay with not being intimate with people, like, as long as it goes. Okay, I don't want somebody that just came out. I want somebody that be like, wow, I've been waiting for a long time for somebody like you. And I want to be able to just share, like, what I've done with my life, like, with somebody. Like, look what I've accomplished, like, for reals. This isn't just some persona. Like, I am in such a good place, and, like, I'm always being told this, and it's like, I want to be able to show you what I've done, and to show you, like, I had to go through some things to get to where I'm at today, and it was hard because you weren't there when I needed you, and when I thought that they would come my life, but I've overcome it. I've come out stronger, and I don't need the person to be strong like me. I understand, because I've been through a very sad story, and I would not want the person that I be with and that I end up with, sharing my life, to be someone who went through that too. You don't have to be strong. I just want you to be able to experience the rest of my life. Like, all the good and all the bad. The worst is behind me, but I still want you to be now a part of my future. Like, I'm ready for you to come in my life, and I'm ready to just be able to have a friendship with somebody, like somebody I can really just be their friend, and somebody that I can show, like, I'm loyal, and that I can just show you I'm there for you, and that you can be there for me, and I can just talk to you, and you can talk to me, and, like, when something good happens, I can be, like, you can be the first person I go, instead of calling my mom because she gets annoyed, or, like, my best friend, she's there too. And, like, when I have to do things like go in a hotel room for 6 weeks by myself, I want to know that I have somebody that I can come back to, or that can just, You know, I want somebody I can FaceTime with, okay? I don't do that ever. I did that yesterday, and I have an iPhone, and it would be cool if you have an iPhone, but I get it. If you don't have an iPhone, we can Google Duo, you know? But I want to be able to do something like that. And you know what I mean? Just like somebody that's going to be a part of my team, and somebody that's going to continue to be even better than me. Like, I had to go through shedding a lot of who I was, and I had to go through making a lot of sacrifices and a lot of painful realizations. And I had to work on my mental health, and I had to work on the way I treated people, and I had to learn how to communicate more, and I had to learn how to be patient, and that it does matter, the timing. It really does. It makes a big difference. I am so glad that I didn't have a relationship that could have been right for me happen in a time when maybe I really wanted it, which, don't get me wrong, I've always desired love, and it's always in my mind, but definitely I was really obsessed with it like years ago compared to where I am at now. But I wouldn't have been right. Like, you would have fallen in love with this and of who I was as a character, or who I could have been, but it wouldn't have stuck as to where it is now. And I'm ready for that. Like, I'm excited. Like, I want to build forever. You know what I mean? Like, there's no rush, but I definitely want to be able to, like, know that I've been with somebody like longer term, like, you know what I mean? And I want to be able to travel with this person, even if it's just going to a new city, like, and trying different foods. I like taking pictures, and I like taking pictures with you. And I know that love, God has been saving and making me wait and really work on myself for these past 5 years. And I don't know how the story ends. And that's like what's been mind-boggling me, because I don't know. And I've come to surrender. Like, it is how it's going to be, and I don't know. And I want to be surprised. Like, last week when I got my promotion, it's what I wanted, and I totally happened when I least expected it. But it's amazing how when you just put something out there, that the right thing finds you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, let's say this, for example. So I was trying to test a few years ago with somebody I was really hung up on to see if they were checking up on me. So this is, you know, because I'm a very good detective. But I wanted to know, the point was I wanted to know if they cared, because I wasn't getting anything from them. So how was I supposed to know? You know what I mean? So I had posted something on my Facebook that I thought, okay, this person can research, and either they're researching it for the thing I'm posting about, or they're researching for me. And I was able to find out, because they showed up on people I may know, that they were looking at me. And even though they weren't talking to me at the time, which made me so frustrated, because like, I knew this person cared, or I really believed in it, it showed. And so I want somebody to, like, that, you know, your actions match your words. I love to see, like, even if you're not as good at communicating as me, because you're going to be your man, and I'm not saying things stereotypical, but you and I just both communicate very differently. Oh, and you and I are going to be reading a lot of relationship books together, because we are going to make this relationship work, okay? And, because I want that, like, I want to be able to look at you and go, I can't wait to see you in every season. And I can't wait to see you when I have brown hair, and when I have blonde hair, and when I have long hair and short hair, and whatever hair color I decide to do, and when I have gray hair. And I can't wait to see you when you have different hair, because I love guys that have short hair and long hair, okay? And different hair, and facial hair and no facial hair, like, okay? And I can't wait to know you. And I can't wait to just talk about like all these things with you, like my childhood and getting to know you. I hope that you let me get to know you, because that drives me nuts. And just somebody that like shows me like, hey, what you've been working on yourself, being a better person, it finally paid off. Like, and that you continue to see only the best in me, because I will continue to only see the best in you. I will see of who you are meant to be, and help you to become that person and even more. And I want the same. And double dates and I mean, the list goes on. This is a long video. And only the person who would love me enough would actually watch this whole video, because they're like, wait, I need to know, do I check off the boxes? But the thing is too, I can't tell you who to be. Only you will either fit that piece or you don't. And you will be everything I ever wanted and more. But I think it's important to be like face to face and tell you, this is what I'm looking for. And I hope that you're looking for the same. So before I even get committed to you and invest my love into you, I just want to know if we're going to be doing this together. And I hope that you're a hopeless romantic like me. I hope that you secretly, like, and I'm asking, I swear now, I'm like, you're asking for too much, that you watch the movies too, and that you think, oh, if only my love life would be like that, okay? Can you please be like Serendipity and Sweet Home Alabama, and I love Urban Cowboy, and I love Definitely Maybe, and can you be like Philip from Sleeping Beauty? Because, oh my God, you know what I mean? And you and I are going to have a whole bunch of Disney movies. So when we have children, which I know, I'm just saying, okay? Like, obviously I'm talking about somebody forever. So obviously I want children. And if that's something you don't want, then we're just going to end this right here. But I started to collect all these Disney movies, and now I have to redo it. So I want to be able to do that so like my kids can grow up on the good stuff, you know, and stay innocent for as long as they can. I like the love stories where people cross paths again, and that it took years to find each other again. I believe in that stuff. I know it's real. I like this. I love when I hear people have been married for like a long time, because that's like what I want more than anything in the world, is like that. Like, the job is great, the success is great. Like, I was looking at my pay stub today and I was like blown away to know that how much money I'm, you know, expecting to be making at the end of this year. And it's only the beginning. But to me, like, I just want to be lucky too. I just want to know that I'm one of the lucky ones, and that what I've been wanting for the longest time, like since I was, I want to say 15. That's when I really started really wanting it. Like, I think the first time I really wanted it, I mean, that's when I started getting noticed by guys in high school. But I think the first time I really wanted it when I was watching the movie. It has Reese Witherspoon, and she's really young, and it's like, I want to say it's like Man on the Moon or something. But it's, she's really young in the movie. She's really young. And she's like in love with some guy. He's a farmer, and he ends up falling off the tractor and he dies. Okay, so you guys can understand that movie. I think that was like the first time I realized I really wanted love. I want somebody that I can play Pokemon Go with, even though I haven't been able to play due to the pandemic. But I was looking at my Pokemon Go account today, and I was like, I need to update my character, because I'm not wearing glasses really no more, because it just fogs up when I work, you know, with the mask and everything. But I want that. And you have to love Pokemon, because I love Pokemon. Like, but I want like somebody that like you and I can be like different people, but our character is the same in its way. Like I can be able to see who you are right through you. And it's not a bad thing. And I hope that you are able to know and see right through me. And that it's not going to be a bad thing. And I think it's important that we like the same food. And because I actually read that that really does help. And I've actually was thinking about like relationships, like where I like the same food and where they don't. And you don't have to like every single movie the same, but when you just don't like the same thing, that's kind of a sign. So, and I love to watch movies. Like that is one of the best times you can share with somebody like you're in a relationship with. You know what I mean? But I also like spending time like at home and like things like that. I think that's like really important. Like, don't get me wrong, the dates are amazing, but you fall in love when you're out there with like just doing regular things like driving in the car and spending time with them and their family. And this is what I really want. So I'm putting it out there to the universe. And if any of my friends watch this, do not laugh, okay? Because we all want a relationship if you're single. But I wanted to know that like everything that I've been working on and that my patience wasn't a waste. Because I know it's not a waste, because I know there is something meant for me. And I'm gonna be like deer in the headlights when this happens, because I don't know how my love story ends, and God is not allowing me to know it. Sorry, I just got distracted. Oh, and I want to be able to like decorate a home with you, okay? I'm gonna decorate it, and it's gonna be like my work. And I'm okay with like we can incorporate things together, because obviously you're gonna have interest too. But please let me do that with you, okay? And don't let it be like all about you, because that's no. And we're gonna have like the nicest closet in the world together. We will have to share separate bathrooms, and I have a good reason behind this, okay? And I'll take the master bathroom. I'm asking for too much now. They're like, okay. Depends on who makes how much money. I'm just kidding. Okay, if we don't share the master, if I don't get it, I'll still love you, okay? But I kind of want to have my own bathroom, and I hope that that's not like an offense to you. But I'm somebody who likes to get ready on my own, but like we can still brush our teeth together and stuff. And I'm just kidding, like, you know, but I do want my own bathroom. And, you know, that's just me giving you space. That's how I've always felt. I've always wanted that, actually. And my cousin, her and her marriage, her and her husband's relationship work, and best friend does the same thing. So I know that I'm part of that for a reason. And it was something, because I was always thinking, like, growing up, I'm like, how am I going to make that work? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how am I able to incorporate me getting ready with them in the bathroom? And when I found out from my cousin that they do separate bathrooms, and I asked her, like, well, how do you make it work? I was like, oh, like, da, 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 da. And that's good, because I like to just have my makeup stuff everywhere. That's just me. Like, that's my time to just do my thing, because I like to listen to music when I get ready. And, you know, there's so much. But it's too long of a video to do it. And I feel a lot better just doing this. I don't know how this will go. But God knows the desires of my heart. I wrote this list like last year. I was going to try to find it, read like examples, but I can't find it. I packed it away. And I was reviewing the list this year because I thought maybe because I was under the influence when I was writing it, that it wasn't what it was coming about. But I feel that a lot of it's still what I want. And I've been writing this list over and over again. And the thing was like, I've been stumped because I know it's worked beforehand, but all of a sudden it hasn't. It hasn't been able to work. And so the only thing I could think of is God's timing. And I know that throughout the times when I had made the attempts, I definitely wasn't ready for love. I was not in a place where I'm at now. Like I had to get sober. I had to get my my driver's license renewed. I had to buy a car. I had to, do things like get car insurance. I had to get my health benefits, like medical and dental, which everything I'm saying I've done. I had to work on who I was and how I treated people. And I had to learn to become very patient. Oh my God, so patient. And I had to learn to not cling and just expect somebody to be my everything. And I had to work on my family dynamics, which is huge. You have to be a family man, okay? You have to be. And you know what? I'm grateful because I have a great family relationship now with both my parents. And, I'm at peace with my brother, and I have my babies, as you saw. And that's important. I think that's very important. Like, if you don't have good family, then that's going to be huge, because that's what I've always been about. And I want you to be able to have good, long-lasting relationships. Like, I hope you've had a best friend since, like, you were in high school too, like I have, okay? And you're somebody's like, I can't wait for you to meet my best friend. And, like, I can't wait for you to get to know my best friend, because my best friend's got my back, okay? If you break my heart, she's gonna... Okay? So we don't do that. You know what I mean? And they're just, like, as loyal. Like, you know what I mean? I know that there's somebody out there who, believe it or not, is just like me, but as a male. And though we've been through different experiences, and maybe we've had different upbringings, and obviously we're going to have different interests, you are me. And I know that. Like, I feel that. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm just, at this point, like, I was so stuck on somebody. Like, I you know what I mean? But I can't be stuck on that no more. I have to just know that whoever is behind the curtain number 3 is the right one for me. And that you're going to be amazing. And that we've been able to go through experiences, and you know that I'm for you, and that I can assure you that you will be for me. And I hope that you've made something of yourself. You don't have to accomplish, like, owning your own business, but just, I want you to make something of yourself, just like I did. And that's all I ask. You know what I mean? You don't have, it's never about the money. I just want you to be able to make time for me too. When you find me. And, because I'm going to let you find me. You know what I mean? That's all I can do, especially when you're in a pandemic and you're not online. You would literally have to go searching for me. And I don't doubt that. And I promise I won't make you continuously chase me to know that you love me. But I need to know that I am what you are looking for. And I can be assured that when you do find me, that I won't ever question it. This is getting beautiful. Like, maybe I will show this video one day to you. All I know is that I've been waiting my whole life. And I've been able to experience love a few times. And every time it gets better. And I can't even find the words. Just like what I want to say right now. But I hope that you able to at least do that for me. Like, I hope you find the right words. Because I love that words too, and I love spending quality time. I love holding hands. I hope you're old fashioned and I'm a trustworthy person. I trust you. And it's getting late. So I don't know. I feel good about this. You can't feel embarrassed. Like I said, there's so much more, but it doesn't matter how much I spill my heart out. This is just a video. I'd rather spill this out to you. And the reason why this time I'm not going to like put down like what I want is because I just have to simply put that I'm ready for this love, and that I know that it's always just a timing thing, and that it is when you find me now, because I'm receptive and I'm scared, but I'm excited. And there's nothing more for me to do. It's just you finding me. So I hope that you do. And please, please, I was going to say, please don't take forever because it's been a long time. But I have to just, because I've been waiting and I've tried many times beforehand, I don't know. But it's okay if we take it slow. I'm really okay with that. Like, I would say that I want to know that you care about me romantically, but I think it would be good to start off as a friend first. Like, which is tricky because I've always kind of wanted this. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I know that you love me and I know that I love you and that love is already there. But I think it's important to start off as a friend, because sometimes when you get like sex involved, you lose that chance to build a friendship. And I want to make sure that you're my friend and my lover. And I've always wanted that. But every time I try to attempt it, when I was in relationships, it was kind of too late. And I like that too, when you first like date somebody and you're able to, like, before the sex part gets involved, and you just simply like them and you just talk to them and you're like in like with them, and like the feelings are growing and you're just like always on the phone texting. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, you do it too. If it's somebody special, you will take the time to do that, or you just be there for them and you just want to share with them. And it's okay if you kiss and hold hands before all that gets too confused with the sex. And so I think that that's something that's gonna be very important for me, because I like that. And I think that that's really important. Like, I want to be able to just have like fun with you too. So yeah, I think that that'd be important. Like, friends first. And then as long as you know the love's there, then the love is going to be there and it will continue to only grow. Because I just long for that person. Like, the relationship I long for too, but I just long for you. As long as you're like receptive to that and like, she's going to be by my side, then that's great. We can start off that way, you know what I mean? And this is like the perfect time because there's not a whole lot of dating you can do, you know what I mean? And it's like you're able to just like know, like, hey, I'm there for you, you're there for me, and you can just, when this all is over with, and you can be excited, like, and then you can really be together. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Anyway, so wish me luck. Maybe this will happen this time. I don't know. But wherever you are, I know you'll find me. It will happen in the way I least expect it. And I'm so excited for how it goes and whoever you are, because I've been waiting a long time. I'm trying to figure it out. So, but I also know it's going to be amazing.